She's laughing with a whiteboard clear, unpacking a fresh pack of pens, never willing to accept of fear. She's loved in many channels, every gauge and on nights and black blue lights. Heaven help them when she recites. Mysterious life, girl got skills. She moves in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Makeshift desks and a cat that bites. When you see her coming, take your pills. No place for snowflakes or sensitive hearts. When sentiment is left to chance, she'll send you back to your start. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switches to crumpet, bends them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Verse by verse, exploring the text. She reads and recites, not knowing the tongue, learning every step of the way. Melts all your memories and feeds you facts. Her zeal is like fire, but her heart is of gold. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switch to crumpet, bends them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Smooth moderator. 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 Ooh, moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator.
Yo, yo, hello. Anyone out there listening, lurking, loving, hating, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you are in the world, welcome to London, UK time, 8:30, Thursday, 30th of July, 2026. It's Exploration. Booyah. So I haven't been on for a couple of weeks, you will have noticed. Last week I totally forgot, and the week before that I was too busy. So this week, and even when I've got stuff coming up on Thursday evenings, I'm going to try and have an exploration recorded to stream live for people who like these kinds of live streams with me, to be another pair of eyes for us to use our critical thinking skills with whatever information we come across regarding whatever the topic of the stream is, which I shall now announce that tonight's topic is eggs. What do we really know? Yep, we've come back to eggs for the second time. We've only covered this topic once, and it was because of a video that I'd watched about what's going on in egg farming in that world and whether they're actually nutritious or not. Like, I just want to know more about eggs. So here we are with the second shot of an exploration on that topic. Let's see what we can find out. I've gone basic and I went to DuckDuckGo and it's another search engine just like Google. And I did the most basic of searches, and I've gone for the first article at the top, which is official UK information. So I want to see what the narrative is in this and if there's any truth in it or not. Um, so, yeah, this is, let me bring it up on screen. There it is. And can I maximize that? Is that as big as it goes? Okay, that's as big as it goes. Yeah, nutrition of eggs. So that's what I put in the search bar. First one is an ad, second one's an ad, then there's the AI thing. And this is the article that I'm talking about. This is the first article that comes, and it's egginfo.co.uk. Egg nutrition, official UK information. Now, this looks like the stamp that you see on eggs that you get out of the supermarket at the very least, anyway. And this is the website. So I'll be putting this into the description, the source that I'm using, and any other sources that come up along the way. I've not read through this information. I just want to, like I say, when I start an exploration or go back to an exploration, it's doing it with fresh eyes. So I'm trying not to have any biases or anything like that. So you're kind of getting it in real time, me looking at information or anyone else that I invite on the panel and apply our critical thinking skills. So please feel free to do the same and put any comments that you might think that should be mentioned if I've not mentioned it as well in the live chat. Hi, Natalie, in the live chat. Welcome. Closed panel. So, yeah, explore along with me. So here we are. We've got this. You are seeing what I'm seeing. Yes, you are. Egg info brought to you by British Lion Eggs. Should I look at what that is? British Lion Eggs? Let's have a look. Go to the home page. Is there an about bit? All right, here we are on the About Us. This website is brought to you by the British Egg Information Service, BEIS, or BIS, which is administered by the British Egg Industry Council, BEIC. Alongside recipe inspiration, the service team educates consumers on the benefits of eating eggs, working with a panel of nutritionists to provide answers to all of your egg-related questions. BEIC is recognised by government and parliament as the representative voice of the UK egg industry. So that's important, right? So this has to be spot on if the taxpayer is paying for this to be legit and relatively immaculate, right? So it's recognised by government and parliament as the representative voice. So it's recognised. So, right, the extensive recipes section on the Egg Info website will give you plenty of ideas to help crack some delicious and nutritious egg dishes. Blah, 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 blah. Eggs are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, and there's so much you can do with them. So always keep a pack in the fridge for affordable meals at any time of the day. When buying eggs, always look for the red British Lion mark, which you can see on this thumbnail of this YouTube video on the egg. They are also the only eggs the Food Standards Agency has said are safer for vulnerable adults. Hello, Daft Lad in the chat. For vulnerable groups, including pregnant women, babies, young children, and the elderly to enjoy runny. Interesting. There's an article there. I'm going to click on that. Have a look. Is this I'm going to with this video? Oh, we might as well. It's 44 seconds. Let's see what.
There are so many opportunities to have eggs throughout the year. So make sure you've got British Lion eggs in your fridge because you never know when you're going to need eggs. I would say I probably have about 4 eggs per day on average and maybe about 20 plus eggs per week. Really kind of depends how much cake I eat. When you see this lovely British Lion Eggs logo on the shell and on the pack, it means that this egg has been produced to the highest standards and it is safe for everyone to eat. I always make sure that I have got British Lion eggs in my fridge to use for Robbie, and of course I eat a fair few eggs too.
There you go then. Nice little advert for eggs, but whoever this Tom Daly is, not very descriptive. Right, so there's a British Egg Industry Council website. But I did click on Food Standards Agency hyperlink in this About Us section, which takes me to this. New government advice. So this is dated the 11th of October 2017. New government advice. British Lion eggs safe for mums-to-be, babies and elderly people. Pregnant women, babies and elderly people can now enjoy dippy eggs again for the first time since the 1980s, as long as they have the British Lion mark on. The Food Standards Agency, FSA, has today, 11th of October 2017, changed its advice on eggs, confirming that British Lion eggs are safe to be eaten runny and even raw by vulnerable groups such as infants, children, pregnant women and elderly people. These groups can now enjoy the nutritional benefits of eggs without having to fully cook them. The new advice follows a year-long risk assessment by the Advisory Committee on the Microbiological Safety of Food and is the result of extensive food safety measures introduced within the British Lion Code of Practice since its launch in 1998. Andrew Yoret, I think that's how it's pronounced, chairman of the British Egg Industry Council, which runs the British Lion scheme, welcomed the new advice. This is a real success story for the UK egg industry. Our producers have maintained the highest standards for 2 decades to ensure the superior safety of British Lion eggs, and we are delighted that FSA has now confirmed that these eggs are safe enough for even vulnerable groups to eat runny or even raw. We know that the previous advice has deterred many women from eating eggs when pregnant and from giving them to their babies, as well as denying other people the pleasure and nutritional benefits of a dippy egg and homemade mousses and mayonnaise. The advice is particularly good news for these groups and will also enable care homes to put many traditional egg dishes back on their menus. Heather Hancock, chairman of the Food Standards Agency, said it's good news that now even vulnerable groups can safely eat UK eggs without needing to hard-boil them, so long as they bear the British Lion mark. The FSA has thoroughly reviewed the scientific evidence about the safety of these eggs, and we're confident that we can now change our advice to consumers. The major reduction in the risk of salmonella in lion eggs is testament to the work carried out by egg producers. The measures they've taken, from vaccination of hens through to improving hygiene on farms and better transportation, have dramatically reduced salmonella levels in UK hens. Dr. Juliet Gray, registered nutritionist, said the new advice is very welcome news. Eggs are highly nutritious, containing many key nutrients including high-quality protein, vitamin D, selenium, iodine, choline, and omega-3 fatty acids. These nutrients are particularly important for many vulnerable groups, including pregnant women, babies, and elderly people, and several of them are not found in many other foods. Notes to editors. Since the Salmonella scare in 1988, the government had advised that vulnerable groups, including pregnant women, young children, and elderly people, should avoid eating eggs that have not been fully cooked. The British Egg Industry Council's Lying Code of Practice was introduced in 1998 and has been acknowledged by government as being responsible for the subsequent dramatic fall in human cases of salmonella. More than 90% of British eggs are now produced within the British Lion Scheme, which requires producers to follow a stringent code of practice, including vaccinating their hens against salmonella, increased hygiene controls, and salmonella testing, stamping a best before date on the eggshell as well as on the box, and independent auditing. In November 2013, former Health Minister Edwina Currie, whose comments fueled the salmonella scare, described British lion eggs as the safest in the world. For more information, please contact the British Egg Information Service on 020 7052 8899, Lucy Egerton on 07730 682 111, or Kevin Coles on 07776 026 012. There you go. I'm not so sure about this, like vaccinating hens. The salmonella, as far as I know, was never in the egg. It was just on the shell, and they wash the shells now. I don't know why they weren't washing the shells back then, but they wash the shells now. And if you touch an eggshell, just in case it hasn't been washed, you wash your hands after you've touched it before you touch anything else, and you're safe. That's how much of a risk salmonella was. You just have to wash your hands. And don't lick the eggshell. I mean, right? There we go. So there's that part. Now we're going to go back to About Us. I had clicked on British Egg Industry Council. Let's have a quick, because where was it on this page? It was further down. See, also British Egg Industry Council website. So that is here. And there's the lovely little egg red lion at the top, British lion, whatever it is. The British Egg Industry Council is an interprofessional organisation of 11 trade associations representing the egg industry in the UK. Okay, and there's a lot actually to go and have a look at on there. Maybe we'll have a look at that on another day, because I want to stick with what... Oh, there we go. British Egg Industry Council. Is that within the square mile, is it? I need to have a look at this. What a place to have an organisation where all the banksters are, if it's in the city of London. Let's have a look. So here it is, 22 City Road. Is that address? That's not what I've pasted in there. 20 Road. I did put... Maybe I have to put the company in. British Egg Industry Council. See if that makes a difference. So it's just along from Finsbury Square, is it? The Czech Industry Council, Agricultural Association. Oh, did I see something? Instead of which lack of looks like it's within my dastardly square mile. Just I know I've been misspelling Whitechapel recently. Yeah. I'm so knowing where it is there, what it looks like. Oh, is it just outside City of London? Yes, it is just outside. What a place to have it. On the outskirts of such a place. I don't think I'm happy about this. People like that deciding what is good and is not good with regards to eggs. I mean, yeah, doesn't exactly tell me that they are a good egg. Right, so we'll go to that other website another time. I want to go through this website that we've already started on. So, egg nutrition information. That's how um, British Lion eggs have come about. We've just read their about bit. So, yeah, what I had first gone to was this page, egg nutrition information, because I want to know what the actual composition of an egg and what nutrition we as members of mankind can ever get out of it, whether our bodies will actually be able to use it fully, but whether we'll be able to use that fully or not is like further down the conversation. Let's start with the nutrition, the composition, if you like, of eggs. So, egg nutrition information. Eggs are a natural source of many nutrients, including high quality protein, vitamins, and minerals. Eggs are naturally rich in vitamin B2, which is also called riboflavin. I think that's how you pronounce that. Someone will let me know on a panel at another date, no doubt. Vitamin B12, vitamin D, selenium, and iodine. They also contain vitamin A and a number of other B vitamins, including folate, biotin, pantothenic acid, and choline, and other essential minerals and trace elements, including phosphorus. For egg nutrition facts and for more information on the specific nutrients found in eggs, please visit the sections below. So guess what? That's what we're going to do. Nutritional value of eggs. How many grams of protein in an egg? Are there carbs in eggs? This table has the answers to your questions. Right, so this is like the label on a food item in a supermarket, isn't it? Egg nutrition information. Per small egg, 48 grams, right? Per medium size egg, 58 grams. Per large egg, 68 grams. Very large egg, 78 grams. And then per 100 grams, that's what we've got going on here. So I'll try to have small eggs because, especially if I'm fasting, I've been told that if you get a little bit hungry in your fast and you've got a bit of a craving going on, if you can have something of very low calories, something of, I think, is it less than 6 grams of protein, or less than 8 grams, then you won't break your fast if it's got no sugars in and stuff like that as well. And so I am told that one egg every now and again won't break your fast. And so I've been sticking to small eggs just to be sure. I've been guessing, but I've not actually looked at this before. That I won't be breaking a fast. So it looks as though actually I might even get away with a large egg if a large egg has 7.5 grams of protein in. But it has 5.4 grams of fat, although fat doesn't break a fast. Maybe I should look at that. But I'm going to stick actually with small eggs for now. So, right, per small egg, which is about 48 grams, you've got 54 calories. I don't count calories. I don't think it's wise to count calories unless you are eating highly toxic foods like refined carbs and stuff like that. But that's your decision to make. It's up to you. Which is 54 calories, which is 227 kilojoules. This is just a measurement of energy. It's not actually something that stores on you. Fat is 3.7 grams, so that's okay, of which 1 gram is saturated. So that's a healthy fat, that's good for your brain. 1.4 grams is monounsaturated. Now that's good because the monounsaturated fat is what distributes the nutrients around the body. And polyunsaturates 0.6 grams. So that's cool because that's not an unhealthy fat, but you don't really need much of it. Carbohydrate, trace. Sugars, trace. So actually, that's the same for all of them. Carbohydrates and sugars, just a trace. Oh, how can I highlight all of that? Regardless of the size, and even in 100 grams, just a trace of carbohydrate and sugars, which is a good sign, right? That means that this is very healthy. An egg is extremely healthy, actually, because carbohydrates and sugars are detrimental to us. Protein, 5.2 grams, salt, 0.16, which is low. Because you do actually use a lot of salt, so you constantly need to replace it. But that's okay. I mean, that's just an egg. You can eat other things to get your salt intake. All right, so that's that. So it goes from 54 up to 90 calories. Protein, I'm just looking at the highlights here. You can all look at this yourself. Press pause, do whatever you want to do there. Protein goes from 5.2 grams to 8.7, between a small egg and a very large egg. Salt goes up to 0.27 grams. Fat goes up to 6.2 grams, which is nothing, and it's a healthy fat. I mean, thinking about it, like an egg is the beginning of new life. So it's going to, for that new chick to form, it's going to have the best of ingredients possible that is inside that hen to form new life. So I look at that as, yeah, that's got to be healthy. Calories in an egg. Find information on calories in eggs as well as more about eggs and dieting. Let's have a look at this page then. We're going to go to all these different sections. We're going to cover this as best as we can. Calories in an egg. There are on average between 55 and 80 calories in an egg depending on its size. For details of all sizes, see below. Well, we already looked at them, but let's go through what's on this page. How many calories are there in an egg? The calories in an egg will vary depending on the size and how it is prepared. However, on average, a single medium-sized egg will contain around 66 calories. An average small egg will contain around 55 calories, and an average large egg around 80 calories. Most of these calories come from the yolk, which is the particularly nutrient-dense part of the egg and includes many essential vitamins and minerals. Below is a list of full calorie values in various sizes of an egg. So there we see what we saw on the page before. Right. Calories in cooked eggs. 2 scrambled eggs cooked in the microwave. Why would you scramble your eggs in the microwave? Anyway, with a little salt and pepper and a dash of semi-skimmed milk will provide around 170 calories. I mean, that just sounds absurd. Why would you have semi-skimmed milk, right? When they start taking the fat out of things, they start replacing it with sugar, and that's exactly what they do in milk. So why would you have semi-skimmed milk? And why would you be cooking scrambled eggs in the microwave? There you go, I suppose some people do. If you are cooking your scrambled eggs using the pan method, 2 large eggs with a dash of semi-skimmed milk, alcohol fat pan, like seriously, scrambled with a small knob of butter. Small knob of butter? I would have plenty of butter. Will total between 200 and 245 calories, depending on the amount of butter added. Poached eggs, just having a look at the chart as I've got that. Poached eggs are very popular as they don't need you to add any extra cooking oil or butter to cook. This means poached egg calories equal the same as in the table above, between 54 and 80 calories, depending on the size. The calorie value of a fried egg will differ depending on the type of fat used in the pan and whether you drain it. It is often recommended to use oils which are rich in monounsaturates, such as rapeseed or olive oil. What? I would never advise anyone to use rapeseed oil for anything. And olive oil, yeah, shop around. But you're better off with ghee, butter ghee. Yeah, there's something dodgy about this website. A fried egg can range from 85 calories if using only a little spray oil. These spray oils, you might as well just be using washing up liquid in your pan, man. It's just disgusting, the toxins in them. To around 120 calories if fried in oil and not draining it. Just use butter or ghee or tallow or beef dripping, something like that. Like, just don't use vegetable oils. They're not good for you. Calories in popular egg dishes. 1 boiled egg, 2 slices of toast. Why would you have 2 slices of toast? That's carbohydrates. It's really not good for you. Oi, oi, Pablo. Good to see you. Right, 1 boiled egg, 2 sliced toast, and 10 grams margarine. I cannot believe they're like putting margarine on here. It's got to be one of the most toxic forms of fat. Dear, oh dear. I don't even want to read this, but let's go. 1 boiled egg, 2 slices toast, and 10 grams of margarine, 320 calories, 15 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbohydrate, 17 grams of fat. I mean, that's not a healthy fat either. It really is not. 2 egg plain omelette, 200 grams of potatoes. Potatoes, high carbohydrate. I'm not going to read that out loud, Pablo. No, you want to use, no, you need to go back to animal fat for your chips if you must have them. Yeah, why potatoes? 2 scrambled eggs, 1 toasted bagel. Why bagel? Why? Just have more eggs. Yeah, that's me. With the carnivore push. Eggs and dieting. Eggs are a great food to include in your diet if you're trying to lose weight, whilst ensuring your body gets all the essential nutrition it needs. Because eggs are nutritionally dense and contain fewer than 70 calories, medium sized, they can be part of any calorie controlled meals and snacks, while still providing lots of protein and vital vitamins, minerals, and fats. Now, why you would want a calorie control, I do not know, considering calorie restriction alone is never a successfully sustainable way of achieving and maintaining weight loss. If you're trying to remove excess fat, trying to shrink your fat cells from your body. The way you prepare your eggs will, of course, affect their nutritional value. For instance, if you fry an egg in fat instead of boiling it, this will increase the number of overall calories. It is also important to eat your eggs along with other nutrient-rich foods such as vegetables, salads, and whole grains. Well, vegetables, salads, and whole grains might be nutrient-rich, but they're also toxin-rich. So I would say have eggs with a steak or something. You see, we differ, don't we? egginfo.co.uk. More information about eggs and nutrition. If you are interested in eggs and dieting, visit our section on eggs and weight loss. Should I have a look at that? I don't know, because it could just send me on the right one. I think what I'm going to do, actually, it's 9:10. I'm going to stop and make a cup of so I'm going to play a tune and we'll go back to the page before, because otherwise I'll go down a rabbit hole with the eggs and weight loss. I just want to find out the nutrition in eggs, their composition. Yeah, let's not go on a tangent just yet. So I'll leave you with this.
Exploring consciousness. What does it mean? Looking up definitions, watching narratives fall apart at the seams. From the realm of the dead, stumbling through fractured reality. Truth is a needle in a haystack, dopamine hits, thinking slow and fast. Watch a narrative fall apart at the seams. Waking up, waking up. Watch a narrative fall apart at the seams. Waking up, waking up, waking up. Waking up, waking Listen, is it true? Is it real? You see, people believe in karma, but I see a load of bitter revenge. People manipulating, making things happen. Listen, in the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. Believing in possibilities, giving into hopeless mindsets, believing in punishment, unaffordable rehabilitation. You see, people don't wanna hear about inclusion, at least not until they're faced with exclusion. Listen, in the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. Listen, is it true? Is it real? Being led to their own demise with false hope. The Pied Piper in books of lies. How they gonna cope? Listen, in the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. In the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. Listen, is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real?
There we are then. A couple of tunes and a couple later. And I'm ready to get back to the article. So we had left off. I took the thing off, right. Returning back to the first screen, This is what I meant to bring on stage. I didn't mean to remove me from stage. But there you go. Anyway, right. So we've had a look at calories in an egg. Let's have a look at vitamins and minerals in an egg. More information on the specific vitamins and minerals in an egg and how they keep us healthy. Let's hope this is juicy. This, I imagine it's all going to be relatively basic, but it's a good place to start. We'll be, after this, in the future, going to look at actual scientific papers to see if it confirms what we're reading here or not. Because this British Lion eggs, it has that career activism feel to me. You know, you've got people who say there's a problem with racism, for example, when there isn't. And so they realize that people aren't going to pay them to go out and be activists anymore. So then they go out and they cause the problem. They stir up racial contention and aggravation and all the rest of it. And next thing you know, there's a racism problem. And there they are raking it in. But it's detrimental to us and our community, our entire community, who could be from anywhere. Don't need to feel like that at all, do they? And people don't need to be scared to speak. But anyway, yeah, that's what this sniffs of. That kind of. They turned up 10 years later after the salmonella scare that was rooted in misinformation. We will look at that eventually. But that's my opinion for now. And they've become like the standard. The government and parliament have recognised them. It's a bit weird. So I will be like fact checking this. I'm just going through it with my own mind at the moment, but obviously we're going to end up fact checking what we see here when we go more in depth and we look at scientific papers on eggs to see whether it confirms what we're seeing here or not. We want to see also how much misinformation there is across the world. Vitamins and minerals in eggs. Vitamins and minerals are essential for our bodies to function healthily and to provide the nutrients for growth and repair of our bones, teeth, skin, and organs. Eggs are a natural source of vitamins and minerals. For answers to questions such as how much vitamin D in an egg, see the tables below. All right, vitamins in an egg. Now, this will be interesting. Vitamin A per medium-sized egg, approximately 58 grams, 64 mcg. Is that micrograms mcg? I think it is. I'm just going to check. Is mcg micrograms? Well, that didn't come by easy yet. Look, I put in the search engine DuckDuckGo is mcg micrograms. Then it gives me a Wikipedia page. It doesn't do anything there. Oh, micrograms and milligrams converter. So mcg to mg. So mcg is micrograms because we know that milligrams is mg. Okay, so that's a yes. Let's go back. Vitamin A, 64 micrograms per medium-sized egg. Vitamin D, 1.6 micrograms per medium-sized egg. So you'd have to eat a lot of eggs if you wanted to get enough vitamin D via your diet, which your body uses differently to when you absorb the UV rays and your skin converts that into vitamin D. which then goes to the kidneys and all the rest of it, and is turned into a hormone D, which is for another exploration. Vitamin B2, riboflavin, 0.25 milligrams. Vitamin B12, 1.4 micrograms. Folate, 24 micrograms. Biotin, 10 micrograms, sorry. Pantothenic acid, 0.7 milligrams. And choline, 144 milligrams. That's not bad, actually. So it tells you what that is per 100 grams, which goes the content of 2 medium eggs approximately, right? So it's almost doubling that what we've just read. So minerals in an egg, this is interesting. Phosphorus 91 milligrams per medium sized egg, approximately 58 grams. Iodine, which is good for you, 25 micrograms, and selenium, 12 micrograms. Interesting. Also, this percentage of NRV is nutrient reference value, used for labeling in the UK and throughout Europe. There's a link to the UK government there. Let's have a look at that, see if that's worth showing. So this took me to this Department of Health and Social Care, UK government website. Guidance, Nutrition and Health Claims. Guidance to compliance with Regulation EC 1924/2006, updated 10th November 2021. Nutrition Law. Blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, that's a long page. I'm not going to read all that. So that's what that hyperlink there takes you to. 2 stars per 100 grams. Based on the UK EU labelling nutrient reference value of 5 micrograms of vitamin D. In the UK, a reference nutrient intake RNI of 10 micrograms of vitamin D per day is now recommended for everyone in the population over 4 years of age. So going up to the vitamin D, 1.6 micrograms. So you're getting 32%. So you would need just over 3 medium-sized eggs to be getting your nutrient reference intake of 10. No. Yeah. No, hang on. 10 micrograms. That says that's all right. So that's nutrient value. I see. So it's not intake. All right, I've got that wrong. So you would need. Hang on a second. Bring up your calculator. I can't think straight here. For 10 milligrams, but you get micrograms. Sorry, vitamin D 1.6. 0.6. You would need 5 eggs to get 8 micrograms. So you would need a little bit more than 9 eggs, medium-sized eggs, per day if that was your only dietary source of vitamin D, in order to achieve your reference nutrient intake of 10 micrograms of vitamin D per day, as now recommended for everyone in the population over 4 years of age. Vitamins and minerals. All right, so is that where that recommendation is? This hyperlink. Let me see that. This is linking in with my. All right, I'm not going to go all the way into that. So it would be worth you having a look at this page, but this is going to have to link in with my vitamin D exploration. Right. So let's go down. Vitamins and minerals explained. Vitamin A contributes to the maintenance of normal skin and the normal function of the immune system. It also contributes to normal vision. Vitamin D, I mean, this is quite simple, isn't it? It's put basically, it's not very scientific. We'll continue. Vitamin D contributes to the maintenance of normal bones and teeth, the absorption and use of calcium and phosphorus in the body, to normal muscle function, and to the maintenance of normal immune system function. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 contributes to the formation of red blood cells and normal energy metabolism. It also contributes to the normal function of the immune and nervous systems. Vitamin B2, riboflavin. Riboflavin contributes to normal energy metabolism and to normal red blood cell development, vision, and nervous system function. Folate. Folate contributes to the division of cells and therefore to tissue growth during pregnancy. It also contributes to normal blood formation and normal functioning of the immune system. Biotin contributes to normal energy metabolism and to the maintenance of normal skin, hair, and nervous system function. Pantothenic acid contributes to normal energy metabolism, mental performance, and to making vitamin D and some hormones. So I wonder if it's used to making vitamin D. Well, it's only your skin that makes vitamin D because it converts the UV rays absorbed into vitamin D, which is then goes through your system to your kidneys, where it is then transformed into hormone D, I think it is, or vitamin D3, which then goes somewhere and becomes hormone D. Oh gosh. Go back to my exploration on vitamin D. I've forgot all that stuff. It's been a while. Gosh, my memory. Right, choline contributes to normal fat metabolism and liver function. Phosphorus contributes to the maintenance of normal bones and teeth. It also contributes to the normal function of cell membranes and to normal energy metabolism. Iodine contributes to the production of thyroid hormones, the normal functioning of the thyroid gland, and to normal energy metabolism. It also contributes to the maintenance of normal skin and nervous system function. Selenium contributes to the protection of cells against oxidative damage. It also contributes to normal immune system and thyroid gland function and to the maintenance of normal hair and nails. There we go. So these are crucial vitamins and minerals that you find in eggs. I'm glad that I went through that, even though it's relatively basic information. Protein in eggs. Eggs are one of the best sources of natural protein in foods and a vital nutrient to retain a strong and healthy body. Let's have a look at what's said here. Protein in eggs. There are on average between 5.2 and 7.5 grams of protein in an egg, depending on its size. For information on all sizes, see below. Eggs are an excellent source of natural protein and are now relatively cheap when compared to other high protein foods such as meat. How much protein is in an egg? So it depends on the size, and here I've just highlighted them. So for a small egg, 48 grams, 5.2 grams of protein. For a medium-sized egg of 58 grams is 6.4 grams of protein. For a large egg of 68 grams, there's 7.5 grams of protein. For a very large egg of 78 grams, there's 8.7 grams of protein. Per 100 grams of egg, there is 12.6 grams of protein. Although protein can be found in both the egg white and the yolk actually has a higher concentration of protein than the white. But as there is more white in the egg, this means the white provides more protein overall. Why is protein good? Protein is one of the essential nutrients that every person needs to maintain a strong and healthy body. Protein is needed for the growth and repair of all body cells and tissues, which even in adults are being broken down and rebuilt every day. At a cellular level, protein is involved in numerous essential processes, helping to regulate our metabolism and important systems, such as immune function. Protein can also be used to provide energy to the body. The amount of protein needed varies depending on factors such as age, sex, body weight, etc. But the amount required for an average adult is around 50 to 60 grams a day. Just want to go back to that one. Protein can also be used to provide energy to the body. There you go. So you don't need carbs. You don't need sugar. They're not energy. Now, all information checked by an independent registered nutritionist or dietitian. Okay. Protein in popular egg dishes per serving. Omelette. 2 large eggs will provide about 166 calories, 16.4 grams of protein, and 11.8 grams of fat. A microwaved poached egg. Why would you do it in the microwave? 1 large egg would give you 78 calories. It would give you 7.5 grams of protein and it would provide you 5.4 grams of fat. A fried egg, a large egg, 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil. I do not condone or promote the use of sunflower oil in anything. But on this website, that's just my disclaimer. On this website, it says a fried egg, 1 large egg with 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil will provide you 110 calories, 8.3 grams of protein, and 8.9 grams of fat. I would never advise anyone to eat their eggs like that, like using sunflower oil. There you go. For more information about nutrition in eggs, find out more about nutrition in eggs. That's going to take you to another page on this website. Find out more about diet and fitness, another page on this website. If you are a health professional, find more about protein in eggs. Here, it's another page on the website. Protein in egg white, another page on the website. Watch the brief video on this page about making high protein pancakes with British line eggs. Why not? Let's have a look at everything we possibly can. Oh, and I press play. By the way, I do not condone the use of refined carbs, which is what flour is. It's making me hungry. Right, nutrition in eggs. I think we're going to have to go there before we go back, because it takes us back to the page that we were originally on. So let's come out of there. That one's a useless page, a useless hyperlink. Find out more about diet and fitness. Let's have a look at that. Interesting. Let's have a look at this. Eggs and fitness. As they contain high quality natural protein and many other essential vitamins and minerals, eggs are an ideal food to include when eaten for exercise. Whether you're aiming to build muscle, lose weight, or generally get fitter and healthier, eggs can play an important part of a balanced diet that should help you achieve your goals. Here are some reasons why. Eggs are one of the most nutritious foods money can buy. Eggs are rich in high quality protein. A medium egg contains fewer than 70 calories. Eggs are naturally rich in vitamin B2, riboflavin, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Eggs contain vitamin A and a number of B vitamins, including folate, biotin, pantothenic acid, and choline. Eggs contain many essential minerals and trace elements, including phosphorus, iodine, and selenium. The previous limits on egg consumption due to their cholesterol content have now been removed. Hallelujah! So they're admitting that eggs were never harmful as far as cholesterol is concerned in the first place. Pre and post workout nutrition. Food is extremely important for both pre and post workout recovery. Knowing how, when, and why our bodies use different energy sources during workouts, as well as what foods we should consume, can help you get the most from exercise. Let's have a look here. Eating well, right, so this is eggs before and after workouts. Eating well and taking on board enough fluid are essential when training. Performance itself depends on having adequate carbohydrate available from liver and muscle glycogen stores, but eating the right foods during recovery after exercise is also a key aspect of training. Protein and carbohydrate are both crucial to help rebuild muscle and to top up glycogen stores. I refute that, because your body can do all of that without carbohydrate. So it's an unnecessary process for your body when you're adding carbohydrates. Eating eggs pre-workout. Avoid eating large, heavy, and high-fat meals that are difficult to digest if you are planning to exercise or work out, and try to eat at least an hour before you exercise. A light meal based on easily digested foods providing you with enough carbohydrate and some protein is best. So scrambled or poached eggs, it says on toast, but that's refined carbs, which we know are bad. Perhaps with a banana, which is not native to the UK and therefore, no, it's most likely going to be harmful to you. Or some yogurt is ideal. Yes, if it's full fat yogurt that hasn't had any nasty stuff put to it and it's from an organic source of a grass fed animal. Eating eggs post workout. Both protein and carbohydrate are essential post workout to help repair and grow muscle and to top up muscle and liver glycogen stores. I refute the carbohydrate part. Although muscles rebuild naturally, for effective results, protein is needed relatively soon within the first hour after training, together with carbohydrate and fluids. I'm not into the adding carbohydrates. So your post-workout meals should be based on protein-rich foods such as eggs, milk, or chicken. Chicken isn't the cleanest of meats. Um, because it only has one digestive system, it will therefore only um, process the toxins in whatever it's eaten once. Whereas ruminant meat, for example, beef, lamb, venison, bison, animals with more than one digestive system will digest and digest and digest everything that it's consumed until all of the toxins in whatever it's consumed are excreted. So only the nutrition goes into the flesh of the animal. So I would replace that chicken there with beef. Combined with a source of carbohydrate? Nope. A couple of boiled eggs, it says with toast. I disagree because that's refined carbs. Or a Spanish tortilla omelette. I would refute that because it's with potatoes. Potatoes are root vegetables which are high carbohydrate, would make an excellent recovery meal. Eggs are also rich in leucine, I think that's how you pronounce that. Research suggests that this amino acid may be a trigger for increased muscle metabolism when protein is consumed after exercise. Eggs and recovery. While recovery supplements such as protein shakes, carbohydrate protein shakes, and protein bars may appear to provide a convenient way of getting nutrients immediately after exercise, they are invariably more expensive than real food. You can get the protein, carbohydrate, and other nutrients your body needs after an exercise session from egg based dishes, such as scrambled eggs or boiled eggs with wholemeal toast. Again, I would refute that. It's still refined carbs, and with the whole grain, you've got the toxins that surround the seed, which the grain is. Milk based drinks, such as homemade milkshakes, fruit with yogurt, I refute the use of fruit because of the fructose in it. Um, or pasta with cheese. Pasta is refined carbs, so no, not that either. Consuming refined carbs, or any carbohydrate basically, with a protein diminishes the benefit of the protein. I've heard that somewhere, I can't remember where. We will come across that again in one of these explorations, so don't worry. Back to it. What do the experts say? In 2017, the International Society of Sports Nutrition released a position statement on the role of protein in exercise, including egg proteins. They stated egg protein is often thought of as an ideal protein because its amino acid profile has been used as a standard for comparing other dietary proteins. Due to their excellent digestibility and amino acid content, eggs are an excellent source of protein for athletes. Egg protein may be particularly important for athletes as this protein source has been demonstrated to significantly increase protein synthesis of both skeletal muscle and plasma proteins after resistance exercise at both 20 and 40-gram doses. They also went on to highlight the versatility of eggs. Eggs can be prepared with most meal choices, whether at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Such positive properties increase the probability of the athletes adhering to a diet rich in egg protein. Read the full statement here, which takes us to this page. Um, that it's a long page. I'm not going to read it, but I will put it in. I'll put it in the description of this stream. Don't worry about that. So we were on. What did the experts say? Okay, so we'd read that part. How eggs compare. The chart below provides a comparison of popular egg dishes with protein supplements and other popular products. The egg dishes supply 10 to 20 grams of protein, the level considered optimal for recovery, and similar to that found in protein supplements and recovery drinks. By contrast, many sports drinks, cereal bars, and pasta supply no or only small amounts of protein. Yeah, they also contain a lot of toxins as well. That's me adding that bit. All information checked by an independent registered nutritionist dietitian. Why don't they ever say who that is? Anyway, so here's a table of examples. 1 boiled egg and 2 slices of toast and 10 grams of margarine. I would never eat this. I would just go for 3 soft boiled eggs. What's wrong with that? 2, right, yeah. You can screenshot that if you like, or you can press pause, you can go to the link in the description to go and have a look at this table yourself. I'm not going to read through that. I'm going to click back. Was it back? Or was it, hold on a minute, where did we come to this from? Oh yes, let's go back. So yeah, we've just been in pre and post workout nutrition. Let's go eggs and muscle growth, the last part on this page. Eggs are rich in high quality protein, which is important for muscle growth. This isn't just for athletes or bodybuilders, but anyone looking to get fitter and maintain muscle mass. Find out more about what it takes for our muscles to grow and what part protein plays in this process. Let's go. Eggs and muscle growth. Oh my god, look at these pictures of food. I just want to eat. I'm hungry. Eggs and muscle growth. Developing or maintaining muscle is the aim of many fitness routines and isn't just meant for bodybuilders and professional athletes. Most forms of exercise influence muscle. The effect depends on the type, intensity, and frequency of the exercise. Resistance training combined with adequate protein is particularly important for helping to maintain muscle and keep it strong. There is also evidence that ensuring that adequate protein is eaten at each meal throughout the day is as important as the total amount of protein consumed. For all you vegans out there, I'm going to say that again. There is also evidence that ensuring that adequate protein is eaten at each meal throughout the day is as important as the total amount of protein consumed. Are eggs good for building muscle? Muscles need protein to repair and grow. Eggs are rich in high quality protein, supplying all 9 essential amino acids, and are therefore an ideal choice for post workout nutrition. The greater your muscle mass, the more calories you burn, even when resting. However, to build muscle mass efficiently, the correct nutrients must be consumed. This is where the introduction of nutrient-dense, high-protein foods such as eggs into your diet can be beneficial. So that's for building muscle mass efficiently, right? So when your muscle mass has gone down for whatever reason, like we've been consuming the wrong foods or substances, we've not been looking after ourselves, we've not been using our muscles. You know, there's a saying, you either use it or lose it. So the muscle mass has diminished, has reduced. So when we want to build our muscle mass, that's where the introduction of nutrient dense, high protein foods such as eggs into your diet can be beneficial. Making the most of your training, whether you're trying to build bigger and stronger muscles or are generally aiming to become fitter, your workout can be seriously inhibited by not considering your recovery. Making sure you have adequate rest is vital for both preventing injury and allowing your muscles enough time to rebuild. For post-workout recovery, protein, it says along with carbohydrate-rich foods. I disagree with that. Appropriate fluids, I agree with that, is essential, and eggs, as part of a balanced diet, can help provide you with many of the nutrients your body needs to aid muscle recovery, but also to build bigger and stronger muscles. Let's go back. That's all there was on that page, and that's all there was on eggs and fitness, which we went to from here at the bottom of this page. If you are a health professional, let me see. Oh, that's on this website, as is the protein in egg. But hang on, I've only got 8 minutes left and then I'm ending the stream. Remember, this is only until 10 p.m. I think I'm going to have to just leave it there. And we're going to have to come back and look at that part the next time. So how about we have ourselves a tune? I'm going to go out with, one of my latest releases, Reasoning for Summer 2026. It's a nice musical instrumental piece that I did using AI, which everyone might slate, but I don't care. I like it. Thank you, everyone, for being here and exploring with me eggs. I'm starving. I might go make some eggs. God bless.
board clear, unpacking a fresh pack of pens, never willing to accept of sear. She's loved in many channels, every gauge and on nights and black blue lights. Heaven help them when she recites. Mysterious life, girl got skills. She moves in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Makeshift desks and a cat that bites. When you see her coming, take your pills. No place for snowflakes or sensitive hearts. When sentiment is left to chance, she'll send you back to your start. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switches to crumpet, bends them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Verse by verse, exploring the text. She reads and recites, not knowing the tongue, learning every step of the way. Melts all your memories and feeds you facts. Her zeal is like fire, but her heart is of gold. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switch to crumpet, bands them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Smooth moderator.